Well, it looks like those couple of really nice sunny days we had have come to an end. Look at it. Absolutely torrential. Poor old Pie, she's stuck up in the mountains. She's picking mushrooms out in this. Unbelievable. This is not unexpected though. It was forecast. It's a pretty heavy downpour, but I've seen an awful lot worse. Well, it's really kicking it down now. Yeah, you do get some extreme weather up here. You know, one day it can be absolutely scorching hot, and the next day it's like this, just torrential downpour. I do like to watch it though, I really do. I like the thunder and lightning as well. Father-in-law's coming home. It was quite nice out first thing this morning, about 5 o'clock when Pi left the house. She went up to the mountains to go and get her mushrooms as usual, and yeah, it wasn't too bad. Poor old girl though, she'll be stuck out in this now. She don't care though, it never bothers her. Doesn't matter what type of weather it is, if it means going out and foraging for something to eat, she'll do it. She just loves it. I don't think I've ever seen anybody so enthusiastic about foraging as Pi. She's mad, mad I tell you. I know this for a fact because she married me. Well, Fam's not at school today because it's the King's birthday, so the schools are closed, and he's just helping his mum wash the mushrooms. She's got quite a few this time. Are you happy?
Yeah.
Look at the size of it. If you put it next to his head, you can see just how big it is. Regarding yesterday's video with ad revenue, a few people asked what do we earn. Our ad earnings sort of fluctuate from month to month, but we're seeing an upward trend. Obviously, you know, it's just numbers at the end of the day. The more subscribers you have, the more views you have, the more watch time you have, obviously ad revenue increases. But on average right now, it's approximately $300 a month, just slightly less. Now, if we add that to our Patreon account, which is about $280, it gives us between $550 to $600 a month. So the question is, can you survive on $600 a month? Well, yes, you can. Again, I've said this before, living up here is relatively cheap. Obviously, we have the luxury where we don't pay rent. You know, this is Pi's mum and dad's home, so we don't have any rent. Pi and I cover all the utilities, but again, it's not expensive. Our electric is about 600 baht a month, our internet connection is 600 baht a month, and our water is 100 baht a month. So 1300 baht a month. It's pretty cheap. A lot of our food comes from the farm, as you guys know. Obviously, there's lots that we don't produce ourselves, you know, bread, milk, and things like potatoes. There's other things as well, like you know, minced beef when Pi makes a spaghetti bolognese. So our living expenses, I guess, per month range anywhere between $400 and $500, and we save about $100 a month, which goes towards our new bike. So yeah, it's okay. We don't bother going out very often. It's not like we spend a huge amount on entertainment. In fact, we don't. As you know, the other week Dave came over and took us for dinner, and that was the first time Pi and I had been out in about a year. So yeah, we don't go out too much.
Have many people ask about our village, how look like. gonna busy or quiet, I gonna take them walk around to see some in the back or in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have a look around, show people what it's like.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to ask a lot of questions about our little village. You know, what it's like, and is it very busy, and you know, what are the houses like as well? You know, are they all like the house that we live in? So we'll just show you around and explore just a little bit of the back end of our village. Now, where we are right now is probably a kilometre from our house, and this is pretty much right at the back of our village, and it's right on the Mekong River. It is extremely peaceful down here and very pretty. You have a small Mekong dragon temple here. It's not exactly a very busy place. I know an awful lot of people couldn't really quite take just how slow the pace of life here is. It is not full of shopping malls and bars and clubs and, you know, restaurants. It is a typical Thai village. It's just tiny, and as a whole it's generally very, very quiet. As far as houses are concerned, they really do range. The house that we live in is pretty much a traditional Thai style house, isn't it? Yeah. But you know, things are changing, and you know, I've said this before, that there are a lot more Western style homes being built here. Obviously, you know, the cost of such is way more than a traditional Thai house will cost you. They've got one down there that they've just finished building, and they're just doing some other work to it now. It is a traditional Thai style house. It's, you know, built on pillars so you can rest in the heat of the day under the house, and then at night, of course, it's a lot cooler as it's elevated, so you get a nice breeze coming through. Of course, if we span around slightly, you'll see more of a Western style home there. There's a house at the top of our village next door to the hardware store that we use, and we did actually ask those guys how much it cost to build. It's a small 3-bedroom home, Western style again, single story, and it was 1.4 million. Yeah, 1.4 million. So not massively expensive. You've got a huge piece of land here. Now, funny enough, about a month or so ago, that was just all dirt, levelled off. And of course it hasn't been touched at all, and that's how quickly stuff grows here. It's almost becoming a jungle again. This here was another plot that was levelled out as well. We thought somebody was going to build a house there, but there's been no activity, so I guess not. But you see another sort of Western style concrete built home, and then right next door to that you've got a traditional Thai style home as well. It is really nice though. It's nice and green down here. You don't get a vast amount of traffic because, again, these are all back-end village roads. Most people that do come down here on vehicles, such as ourselves, are doing sort of 10 kilometres an hour. Now this is sort of semi-Western. They've got a concrete house, but it hasn't been rendered at all. And that's quite common now. And another really nice example of a Thai traditional home. I quite like the look of them. I like the idea that they're built on stilts. Just a lovely looking little house, that one though. He's built it right next door to this rubber tree plantation, so it'll be very, very cool there. And most of this just here is just all jungle. There's no buildings at all in here. As you can see, coming out onto the main road again, it's not exactly very busy. At this time of day, most of the folks are on the farm, so you're not going to get an awful lot of people floating around. You've got these huge bamboo trees, though, unbelievably nice. Now this is the road leading to the back of our house, and it basically is just a dirt track. All along here though is nothing but corn. You're going to leave me here? Okay. It's just lovely here though. It is very, very pretty back here. I like it. But I like walking around the village and exploring. There's even quite a lot to see in here. All these little tiny side soys. You expect to see sort of houses and stuff, and then you just come out and it's the middle of a jungle. It's lovely. It really is nice. And you can see just here, as you walk along a little bit further, they've got some more houses here. But these are semi-traditional. You've sort of got wood and but block work as well. And then as you come through other places, you know, you've got like a little bridge here going over this little creek that leads into other farms. It is spectacularly beautiful though. Imagine having a home here, right in the cornfield, and with those views at the back of you. What do you think of that then, honey?
Beautiful, honey.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you like a house being built there with
Yeah.
those views?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is something else, isn't it? And it is deathly quiet. But my dream is anywhere where it's really quiet. I just like peace and quiet, I really do. And the older I get, the more I crave it. But to couple peace and quiet with views like that, I don't think you could really ask for any more. I never get bored. A lot of people have asked me that question on a number of occasions. It is an unusual way to live, I will grant you, and it's not for everybody. We do live quite a way out of the city. We're 100 kilometres from it and 20 kilometres away from getting a loaf of bread and a pint of milk. I like it that way. I really, really do like it that way. I couldn't think of a nicer way to live, to be honest with you. But again, it comes down to my personal preference of having a lifestyle that's, you know, full of peace and quiet. And of course, you add that to a stunning surrounding. Yeah, it doesn't really get any better for me. Village life is pretty quiet. There's generally a lot of activity first thing in the morning and last thing at night because of all the farmers moving about, going to and from their farms. But apart from that, no, there's not an awful lot that goes on. They have little events going on from time to time, as you've seen in the village town square, but it's never hectic. You know, you're not looking at the rat race here. It is a very gentle pace of life. You'll find that all Thai villages have their little sort of community halls. We've got a rather nice one here. It is quite a nice place. This is where they had that festival the other week. And of course, wherever you get the village community building, you'll always get a picture of His Majesty the King. This is the late King, and they're still now displaying pictures of the late King out of respect. He was a great loss to the Thai people. There's no two ways about that. The Thai people truly did love him as a monarch. He did an awful lot through his reign, that's unquestionable. The new king, it's his birthday today, and of course his image is also displayed. I do like the traditional sort of style of dress that they have though. Looks really, really smart. So yeah, village life in Thailand is pretty quiet. Again, there's not a huge amount going on at any one time. I've been asked on a few occasions, you know, why do you think more foreigners don't live in these types of places? Of course, this type of lifestyle is not for everybody. Some people prefer to be, you know, closer to amenities. You know, we're so used to having a supermarket on your doorstep. So it's not for everybody, that's for sure. The other downside to living in a village is the fact that it's so difficult, as Pi and I have experienced, is finding a place to rent. It's a bit of a nightmare really, isn't it? It is so difficult. There's plenty of places to buy, but if you're a foreigner and you're single, you can't own the land in your own name. And a lot of foreigners shy away from it. They'd rather rent. It's just safer and easier, to be frank. Yeah, trying to find something to rent in a small village like this is a nightmare. It is, isn't it? It is. So yeah. It's not for everyone and it can be difficult to find accommodation. But from a personal perspective, I absolutely love it. I like the idea of it being sort of peaceful. I know where we live it's not, you know, we do suffer from a lot of noise, but we're just unlucky in that respect because most of the village is extremely quiet. But I like the idea of being able to get on the bike. There's almost no traffic, so it's a lot safer. I like the idea of sort of exploring the mountains and the jungle and stuff. I love the idea that it's all Mother Nature. You're surrounded by it all the time. So yeah, it's a beautiful place to live. So that's Thai village life, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
That's it. It's quiet, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Bit difficult to rent.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Providing you don't mind sort of, you know, getting on your bike or your car and going to do your shopping a few kilometres down the road, you're fine. Yeah. I'd recommend it to anybody, I really would.
Shopping.
Shopping,
Market.
market, yeah, go to the market.
Hiếu.
You're hungry? Right, let's take Pi off to go and get something to eat. That's about all from us guys today. We hope you enjoyed the vlog and we'll catch you tomorrow. It's been raining, so we're not going to go out on the bike today. Whatever you do, have a fantastic day and stay safe, and Pi and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget guys, please subscribe, share and like. It does make a difference, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now guys.
See you tomorrow. Hiếu.
You are? Sure? You're always hungry, you are. Come on then, let's go and get some food.